There's a worm that eats fish tongues and then replaces them. You heard that right. The name of this bizarre creature is Cymothoa exigua. And if you're thinking that this is some kind of a joke, a prank played by a tricksy parasite on unsuspecting fish, well, you'd be wrong. Nope. This worm literally crawls into a fish's mouth, eats its tongue, and then becomes the tongue. Just to be clear, this is not one of those fake news stories. It's been reported in scientific journals and it's all backed by research, so how does this even happen? Well, this tongue-eating worm, also known as the sea vampire, enters a fish's mouth and hooks itself onto its tongue with its sharp teeth, and yes, the worm has teeth. Just imagine getting the inside of your mouth as an appetizer. The thought alone is enough to make one's mouth water. After latching onto the tongue, the worm starts to secrete a sticky substance that makes the tongue swell. As the tongue gets bigger and bigger, it becomes inflamed and red, just like when you get a terrible canker sore. But for the fish, this is much worse than a simple canker sore. For the fish, the tongue is its primary sense organ for tasting things in the water. And now it's been invaded by a parasite that's slowly eating away at it. But wait, there's more. The worm also starts to release a chemical that breaks down the fish's tongue. And as it does this, the worm starts to take over the entire organ. Eventually, the worm completely replaces the fish's tongue. And at this point, it's so close to the fish's brain that it can actually start to influence the fish's behavior. In other words, the worm has now taken over the fish's mind. But why would it do this? Well, the answer is simple. By taking over the fish's tongue, the worm is able to control what the fish eats. Since the fish can no longer taste anything, it just blindly eats whatever is in front of it. This allows the worm to get exactly what it wants, which is why it can grow to be so large. So if you ever see a fish that seems to be acting strangely, always remember to check its tongue. You never know what might be lurking there.